outside chance in the Cinco Cup.
He's chances a lot.
Yeah.
And also, let's not forget, today's not the end. There's still 9 rounds tomorrow.
Yeah, that is true.
So, anyone can have a really bad day, and then everything's upside down.
Once again.
And they're off. E4. Oh, C4. Not even a chance for Berlin.
Exactly. And away you go. English with D5.
Yeah, this is what MVL has been doing.
Yeah.
And then the queen just goes back.
All the way.
D3 is not as popular here. I think it signals the idea to play maybe B3, bishop B2, knight BG2. So Wesley is showing a bit of a new idea against this setup. But the queen goes back anyway.
That's
Like
kind of remarkable.
Yeah. It's interesting that MVL insists on putting the bishop on D6 here. He gave an interview in our studio saying that in his game against Sam Shankland, he kind of knew the bishop goes to C5 but put it on D6. I've looked at these positions. I actually do like the bishop on C5 more than I like it on D6. It's interesting that he keeps on insisting on this.
Notice that A3, intimating that we want to play B4. He didn't. He played knight to D2 first, did Wesley, and bishop B2. Doesn't Wesley have like a beautiful Sicilian? But I mean, a really good Sicilian, everything, you go rook C1, rook takes C6, and queen
I'm having a hard time visualizing it because of black setup. It's messing me up. And you just want to take on C6, right?
Yeah, but he just played queen D7 to stop.
Obviously.
Oh, rook takes C6.
It's still sort of available, but I think it's a bit early.
So just let me have a little bit of fun at the player's expense.
Queen A1.
Knight C4.
Showing off your
intimate knowledge of long diagonal attacking schemes. I don't know.
Honestly,
it's very interesting.
It feels playable, but also feels unnecessary because I think White just has a very solid position anyway. Like knight G5 is an idea.
Very nice positional understanding.
I was also I was looking at some ideas to play E2, E4. Just to really lock the bishop on
bishop
E6 in.
takes C6? Bishop takes C... No.
Probably not, no. B3 will be soft, and the bishop on H3 will be constantly annoying.
Yeah.
I think we go knight G4, black takes, maybe plays knight.
But I'm seeing this bishop H3, and I think that's it. That's the end of the advantage. No more advantage for white after this move, bishop H3.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think this was maybe not the most critical continuation.
As an English player your whole life, you're saying no bueno?
No bueno. I mean, if my rook were on E1, I'd still be interested after bishop H1. With the light squared bishops off, this pawn on E5 is actually pretty decent. And there's always these knight D4 jumps that white can find very annoying at times. Rook C4, well, we take this guy.
And Bill might start to play for more than equality, right?
Exactly. He starts to say, well, wait a minute, why not?
By the way, Fabi's in trouble again, I think.
Fabi has an unpleasant endgame against Linear. Linear is having such a poor day that this
cheer him up,
no, what I want to say is, regrettably, I'm not sure if it, we can't call it yet.
Yeah.
Because he's had good positions before in this round of Blitz and not converted them. B6 followed by knight, no, but then knight D4 will get kicked away by E3 anyway. I don't hate this for white. It's still, I think, quite playable.
Knight D4,
E3,
E3, knight B5.
You want to switch
over to C5 and knight to D6.
I missed knight B5. Knight B5 is a very solid option there, which I did not see.
Queen D, E3.
There's also E3,
Queen D5 check. F3, knight B5.
I don't want to give you a tempo to play E4 as black. I think white very much wants to play E4. I think it's either knight B5 or you can go knight E6 here maybe, because bishop takes E5, queen takes, queen D5 check wins the bishop.
It's awkward.
So if you want to do that, maybe you can do that.
No, I kind of like the whole setup with knight B5, C5. Then I've got the Maroczy bind, if you will, and knight to D6. Yeah. Oops.
Played knight E6.
E4 maybe?
The only
e4 to block the log diagonal and pretend that we're threatening bishop takes e5. I'm worried I might get mated after f4 though. Bishop e5, knight g5, some kind of shenanigans. It's not mate there because I have bishop takes f4, but I am worried.
You start to say, don't play too many games.
But where's
but
the mate?
yes.
Bishop f4.
Yeah, there's no mate card.
There's no
Yeah.
mate. Yeah. But it's just the type of thing that you don't want to be pushing fate.
Yeah.
You don't want to push your luck.
A bit of an opening catastrophe in the game between Gukesh and Aparin. Aparin slightly fading towards the end of the day. I think it's, if you haven't played very many of these
You
before,
get tired.
you do get tired because
yeah.
this is an exceptionally strong field. And
Knight.
knight g5, maybe g3, g4,
Pardon me?
g3, g4,
Knight d4.
Knight.
g takes e5. There is knight g2 though, and then queen c6 check. I don't know.
This is weird. So knight
very
c5.
messy. And knight c5
Played it.
plays, so we will find out why one way or another. I think he was intending to play g4.
Yeah, and he's done it. So there
Knight
is
e4 f3 maybe.
Knight.
Knight e4 f3.
Knight d6.
But then the knight
And
will
then
be
g5.
beautifully blockading.
Yes, I don't disagree.
Yeah. Well,
No, I think you would like to go g5. The question is, do you have a response to knight d2?
Not a good one.
F3.
F3
Yeah,
was
now
played.
just knight g5. Now we no longer try to calculate, we just get it to the best square on the board, and we are quite happy about things.
So what we're saying is that the knight will come, once you play d4 takes e5, the knight will be blockading.
Yeah, we
on
can
the
even snap on
e6.
g1 to be honest.
Yeah.
Take, go rook a d8, maybe even try to fight for the g file, and then plant the knight on e6 and
By the
claim
way,
you're
the
better.
leader, Levon, is doing great in his game. Much better against Sam Shankland.
Right. By the way, seriously, it's not a joke, but you play knight e6, king f7, I think you're just winning this ending handily.
Very often, yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe you need to try rook cd4. Do you win it if all four rooks come off? You're still better, but do you win it if all four rooks come off?
If you get your king nicely to d5, I would think you do.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I think you can actually allow pretty much any simplifications as well because of how dominant that knight on e6 will be.
exactly.
But for white, if you don't play rook cd4, I think you're kind of doomed. Without the g file, you will not survive.
Yeah. No play. Wesley So down on the clock too, right, Nancy?
Yes, by almost a minute and a half.
By the way, the last move, the desirable rook c7, was allowing rook to d2 check, picking up the bishop. So we had to play bishop c1. And this is the position that we were thinking.
The degree to which the engine disagrees with our complete consensus about this, it says slightly better for black. I would think I was borderline losing with white here.
Me too. Me too.
The engine says, stop vibrating. Come on.
This is not exciting.
It's fine.
What's the problem?
What are you hyperventilating about?
A moment there, I would have been anxious to even look at rook to d4 because I would be thinking that I'm winning with the, well, here we go. Can he
Knight
play rook
versus
to
bishop
d4?
should be
Rook
winning,
d3,
right?
b3 maybe is even more attractive. Just put it on b3.
Rook d4.
White's pieces will never move again in this
Play
life
b5.
or the next, frankly. And
Or
then
the
slowly find a way to improve. I don't
Okay,
know.
but help me.
Looks horrific to me.
Me too, but rook to d4? Rook takes d4, knight takes d4. Aren't I threatening knight to c6?
Because somehow that's not winning.
Bishop
White has some
b2,
setup.
bishop b2, maybe knight c6, e6 check or something. I don't know. Maybe there. Yeah,
There we
He's
go.
for it.
yeah. Bishop b2 instantly played by Wesley. Wesley realizes how much danger he's in, so he knows he has to generate some sort of counterplay straight away.
So
So
there we
MVL is
go.
not allowing e6.
So he has it in mind to try
But
to...
this, I mean, it's gorgeous, but maybe it's simply not enough because there's such limited material on the board. Maybe this is the point. I don't know. I would still feel that I have tremendous winning chances here with black.
Well, and
At what point then do you at all include h5 and g6? I would play h5 here. King e7 is not running away. I would play h5 and g6. And with white, I would be very interested in g3, g4, by the way. I don't know why none of this is being tried.
Taking a little space on the king side with g6 and h5 makes a lot of sense. You know, it's the weirdest thing. Sometimes you do have it in mind that you might get in some kinds of king and pawn in game where sometimes you need the tempo.
Maybe, yeah. It's a very long and far away consideration.
Right.
But it might be something MVL is thinking about.
And just to update everyone, Fab is no longer, well,
Here you caught yourself.
now.
He's in trouble.
He's
but,
still in trouble
but
now.
yeah, at one point it looked like he might just lose
Yeah.
by force, and now he's just worse instead. Still worse then.
Okay.
There's a point where it was fine, and then it's worse.
So how bad is it according to the engine?
This
I think it's very bad.
one says triple zeros.
Yeah,
Triple
just
zeros,
Yeah.
crazy.
I assume so, because I see Valber's right in the middle.
But I mean, I would be just petrified thinking that my
Yeah,
opponent.
you're panicking here.
Yeah, for no reasons, huh?
I don't think Wesley's panicking. He seems pretty.
I don't
Chill.
like h5 though. I thought 96 and g5 might be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to ask why. Do you want to allow me to play g5, g4, fixing the pawn on h2 and
Maybe he has the idea of knight e6
and
h4,
anyway, yeah.
h3.
Wesley
Wesley said, I see you, and I'm about, well, there is g3, knight e3, knight e3.
allowing
knight
e6, but actually e6 doesn't really do very much. Wesley goes to a5.
4 seconds for Wesley, by the way.
Knight
Let's not
c3.
forget.
4 seconds.
Knight c3, e6, knight e4.
Yes.
But then e7, king takes b5. And the knight from g3 doesn't actually collect things fast enough. Maybe it's just fine for one.
Knight e4, e6.
But you still have to try it.
e6.
You have to. He hasn't played e6. He wants passive
bishop.
defense with the bishop on e1.
Bishop to e1.
There's no way to put white in Zugzwang?
No,
I don't see any.
no.
Yeah, the E pawn. Strong.
Wow. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to see a balanced game here, and I know that we can come back. But do you mind if I take a
go
look
to
at the
Levon.
game of Levon for just a quick moment?
He's still better.
Levon versus Sam Shankland, and it's a queen and knight versus queen and bishop.
He was
Extra
better
pawn?
before. This is still very unpleasant for black, but I think Levon was completely winning at an earlier spot.
Knight. It's very. Whoa,
10
whoa.
seconds for both.
10 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted.
Yeah, this is not easy. I mean, black's queen on e5 is very
Yeah,
nice.
it's a very nice defensive piece. And your extra
Play
pawn is a
knight
doubled
f3?
pawn,
Can I
doubled
play
pawn on
knight
the G
f3?
file. So
Yeah, finally, knight f3.
C5.
queen d4 probably.
Queen d4.
King e7 back.
Persistent, isn't he?
Maybe queen d4 was good enough to hold, but you don't have time.
Yeah,
to think.
I don't think anybody ever does that. Those types of endgames are.
All right.
Yeah,
what
Levon
about
actually
the
forces
endgame?
that endgame now.
Now he's got the end game he wants. And again, one of those good knight versus bad bishop positions.
I'm very interested in getting g4 and g3. Oh dear God, d5 just fell. Yeah.
Oh, he just
Oh,
Levon
let's-
again. Let's go to Fabi.
as Levon